Welcome to Big Brother Specialist, or is it Survivor Specialist? Because with that AI arena, it was a little Survivory up in here.
Oh, I forgot about that. She was like,
And
"Have you ever
Rabina,
seen Survivor?"
yeah, Rabina like pointed it out as the door was hitting Joseph on the way out.
They were like, I mean, we've seen challenges from Big Brother, but now we're copying multiple shows. This was a pretty fun episode. Why are we 30 minutes late? An entire gallon of ants have attacked my desk because
Yes, AUNTS.
aunties, ants, or what's that old commercial or whatever? It's like a lot of ant, or there's a lot of space. You got that. That one is one of the best. Just had a Jersey Mike sandwich and didn't have time to throw out the bag because it was so quick. And the ants came in 30 minutes because this is the hottest day in Los Angeles so far, and it is literally heat wave, and I may pass out on national TV just like Joseph.
I'm wearing long sleeves.
Yeah, what the hell? What are you doing?
New York.
This season, I think we had our Rubina will probably stay against either guy. So this is the best case scenario of like, I don't even know what's going to happen. Somebody makes a vote of like, sorry, Chemo, I can't keep you. It's going to break my heart. Like, I just didn't have the votes. And then Angela has no clue what she's doing. And you're like, is she doing that? Because in the diary room, you're not doing that for anybody in the game. But like, maybe she was like, I need to vote with Leah because Leah saved me. I can't wait to hear more about that. What was your stuff about this episode? Like, what's going through your head right now?
So, first, the first thing of note of this episode, in my opinion, was Joseph making fun of Angela being on the block, saying you're never going to win this game. And then Angela gets taken off the block. Joseph is now the replacement nominee, and we see him going home. So I just think that is hilarious that he is just like, Angela, you're never going to win. And then he himself, who claims he's a master at social strategy, leaves.
And like, I think that's just something where you can talk about a lot in the Big Brother house. You could be like, here's what I did for my 6th grade play. My mom couldn't go because she had to go to the 7th grade teacher conference. Why did they do it the same day? I don't know why Nimitz Junior High and Reagan Elementary didn't, because it's a main feeder for them, but they just didn't.
Are you bringing back old drama?
But like, do not talk about your standing in the game of like, I don't feel threatened by you, Angela. You probably should have gotten 15th place. Like, what construction does that do for you of building a friendship? That doesn't build you an alliance. All that does is build you someone who's angry towards you and who doesn't really want to listen to stuff you have to say, because you know what Angela's not going to agree with? I should have been 14th place. Like, Angela's talking about which final 2 partners she's going to get to the end with. And like, if you're a Big Brother Canada fan and you never thought Karen was going to get all the way to the end, and there's some stuff happening where like basically Karen got to the end with her Quinn, who kind of comped out at the end. And it may just be like when Quinn realizes and he's at final 5 and Angela's still there and he wants to comp out because that's what good super fans do, he could probably beat Angela and probably nobody else. And maybe that's like the blueprint of, this is the wackiest season ever. The first final 2 we show on our show of the BB gun, we can't do BB guns right now, that's not good, of like, they make it to the end even though they weren't aligned this whole time. Like, I can't imagine. And like, you have Angela even saying in the episode, like, you can't write this stuff. And you're just like,
I feel like
that's why we like reality TV.
If Angela gets to the end and, God forbid, wins, I think she's almost pulling a like Josh strategy of being that like out open kind of target and just loud chaotic person and gets dragged to the end like Quinn is saying. And then
right.
just
And that's something where like, do we respect like Josh won because we're like, we don't like
we hate
Paul this much. So we're going to vote for the other person. I think that also happened, like, not Dan and Ian. Some people liked Ian anyway. But if Dan and Danielle had made, what's her name? Danielle Murphy, right? If she had made it to the end, would they have been like, we got to vote for her over Dan? Or would they have been like, I think this is the limit of like, I don't think Angela can win this show. Even if she wins a third HOH tonight, if she wins a fourth HOH in 3 weeks from now, I think it'll be like she's been a driving force. Like, not really. She's been like, she hasn't been a passenger either. We're just talking about Angela, but like
when she's on the block so much, she can't be like a driver or a passenger. When you're on the block, you're just kind of in the middle.
Right. But would people have voted for Felicia to win last year, even though she was on the block like 8 times?
True. I don't know.
True.
What are your thoughts on Joseph and Quinn being blind to anything Leah has to offer?
I'm worried about Joseph right now. Because
you don't have to anymore.
No, I'm not worried about him in the game. I'm worried about him looking at these episodes and being like, I cannot wait to see, like, America probably loves me. They're probably devastated right now just as much as I am, because it sucks that someone playing this dominant of a game goes right before jury. And you're just like, bro, no, what? And like, I think it was laid on thick today of like, it's once again like metagaming the metagame of like, hey, Leah, we really see how badly you disrespected us and kind of put us in a worst case scenario for our game, but you're still kind of fun to be around. So that's like super cool. And you're just like, wait, what? Like, I'm hoping the 8-year-olds that watch Big Brother are even asking their mom and dad, being like,
why are these two
this isn't normal, is it?
Being idiots.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think, like, in the Big Brother history, this always happens, but it hasn't been two, like, Three Stooges talking to Leah. I guess I don't know who the third one would be. Maybe me, the audience. But like, like Leah is literally blowing up both of your games. Like, Quinn has to win veto next week, or he's gone. They didn't tell us the twist, did they?
The twist is there's no more AI arena.
Yeah, like,
and the HOH will only have to nominate 2 people.
Right. And like, that's great for Quinn because he's gonna get backdoored.
Do you like the Cam and Mackenzie showmans better than the Matt and Mackenzie showmans?
Is that a showmance? Did we get official, like, did we get anything from Cam in that, or was it told by all the women?
It was told by Chelsea, who might be, like, I don't know, because she was like, Cam and I have developed a special friendship. Like, she said friendship really weird, and which leads me to believe that either she might be jealous or jealous that he's spending his time in the house with someone else instead of her, like, the main alliance. So I don't know if she's jealous relationshiply or just like jealous of time that she's taking.
Yeah. And like, oh my gosh, you hit mute.
My mic got unplugged somehow.
Oh my goodness.
It's your aunt came over and unplugged my mic.
I hope not.
And she's like, "Oh, come here, I'll rub your head," in like 2 separate scenes. And he flops on the bed and is like on like laying on her.
And that's something where you're like, did you learn nothing from Tubina? Is it like Blake, you've never been in the Big Brother house for 64 days. Like, this is just what happens. But like, this is like
also,
the
did
only
you learn nothing from week 1?
right.
Because
And
this
like,
is Mackenzie.
because like I don't think Mackenzie, it's more Cam that I'm like, do you not care about these 4 other people's opinions? And like,
Mhm.
somebody hasn't stroked my hair in a while, but like, would I say to 4 of my best friends, like, vamonos, I'm gonna go do that? And then it's like, that's also going to give you 750 grand or not. I think we can talk about showman stuff till the cows come home, but like, it's just a weird, like, is this going to be a developing thing? Like, is this how Mackenzie gets back in the game? Or is this the
Mhm.
final straw of like, everyone's like, why am I working with Mackenzie if she has inroads with Cam? Let's put them up, and then I will like deal with whoever's still left, and like
Mhm.
take it from there of like, I don't care who comes back from the block of Mackenzie or Cam. I'll make an alliance with the one who's left over.
So, since we're working backwards, now we
Yes.
have a veto competition to get to.
Yes.
Um,
And I like the veto
blindfold
competition a lot.
dark. Yeah, it was like the big black box, but like mini boxes
Right.
almost. And it was building this robot with a bunch of different parts. We also see something similar to this on Survivor with a mask.
Oh yes. I was like, how do they big black box the sun away? But okay, a
No,
mask,
just the
that works.
blind putting things in.
I thought it was kind of funny how it was like, you need to make this robot to take over the world, or what. I like that kind of joking is fun for me for Big Brother. Like, that's
Mhm.
why I watch it. If it was like, if they did on that on Survivor of like, you need to be the Fijian priestess by doing, I'd be like, okay, no, don't do this. Like, that's awful. But like, I thought it was very funny of like the different strategies, and
Mhm.
Quinn just completely blowing it of like, because I'm
Tossing
like
the leg
flailing
over.
my arm. And but like, the funniest thing was the Angela part of,
8 seconds
there's no
earlier.
feet on. I put the feet on, and she goes, there's already feet on here. And like, I don't know what's going on in her brain. And I think I love, like, for all the people that are like, Angela is truly a plant and I don't like her because it really cheapens the show. In those moments that we see of like, she's by herself when she votes with Julie, she doesn't know what she's doing. She's crying. She's by herself in this veto. She's like literally like moving her arms like this and like forgetting stuff while she's doing it. Like, it's not a big old ruse. Like, nobody can act like this. If we put Renee Zellweger in here, she couldn't be Angela for longer than 2 weeks. Angela's just Angela.
Yeah. Another, and speaking of Angela, she's another person who is in love with Leah, because obviously
Yes.
Leah gives the veto to Angela, but before that she was like, "Oh my gosh, Leah's like my daughter. I love her." And Leah's like, "Angela's good for my game. Let's keep Angela in this."
Right. And I do like that they are quite like, I hope we're not seen as a duo, but I don't see how you get it to
Nobody.
9 of like, here's the duos we need to watch out for. Takora and Chemo, T-Core and Chemo. I can say her name right. Sorry about that. Leah and Angela. Cam and Chelsea. So there's 6. And then who are the leftover that isn't Quinn? I think Quinn's on by himself in the
Well,
Quinn zone.
does Mackenzie also get partnered with Leah?
Well, Leah's going to be partnered with like 4 people if we do this. But who am I missing? Oh, Rubina. So
Mm.
Rubina, I guess it's a trio, a duo, a because does Mackenzie and Angela, do they fit together?
I feel
No.
like they don't.
So we got a duo, a duo, a duo, a duo, a trio, and Quinn by himself. Because I
Yeah.
don't know who Quinn thinks he could duo up with. But when
Mhm.
you're by yourself and you just had an HOH and you just voted out the last person who's not going to vote, like Quinn may, what's his name? Joseph maybe would have voted for Quinn to win. And now if Quinn loses 4-3 by something, and it's like,
Mhm.
this is you blew it by not putting up Mackenzie, or by not putting up Chelsea because she's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like that's who you should have put as a pawn of like Chelsea would stay over Rubina and would stay over Chemo. At least I get somebody out of that out. Why are those people your targets anyway? Like Rubina probably would have beaten anybody at this. I do think this was a very Rubina AI arena, which I was
Mhm.
like, great, because she needed it. She said it. Is this her first competition win ever?
Maybe.
Because she almost won the other AI arena,
Yeah.
but then was too slow with her legs.
Joseph and Chelsea have that conversation of I'm running a great social game and we're like similar to each other, Chelsea, because we're both like one of the better social
Masterminds.
masterminds and better social players in the house. And Chelsea just goes into the diary room being like, I don't know what this man is talking about because he's just like wallpaper.
And I think that's something where how does Joseph get this confident and this cocky? Like
It's the mustache.
it's all coming from his follicles around his face. That's crazy. I just want to go like Joseph, really think about it. Of like, did you win anything? Did you drive anything? Did anybody ever say in the first 6 weeks of this game, I got to figure out what Joseph thinks and then I'll get back to you? And I don't think that's going to be on the live feeds when we roll it
No.
back. I don't think that's going to be on the episodes because I watched them all.
Mhm.
Never once was there a like T-Core has had that happen. Chelsea's
Mhm.
had that happen. Literally everyone for 4 weeks was like, we can't decide anything until Tucker tells us what he's actually going to do. But
Yeah.
not once did somebody go, I'm
You know
going to
what?
wait for,
We need Joseph.
yeah, he's really the person who's going to solve this mystery for us.
Um, and then I feel like the last thing of note here is Angela saying she doesn't call people names when she
Oh
has
my God.
called several people names.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, several people names. That was elite. Like I do think the editors are having a blast, and that's just something that makes the show funnier. Of like,
Mhm.
take us on a ride. Of like, Quinn, I'm not a name caller. How dare you? It is like, no, I called you a narcissist. Everyone heard it. No, like I didn't remember that she did the freaking like put out her eyes like that. I don't
Yeah.
even want to do that to like mime what she did. Like actually take that out of this because like that's crazy. And
Mhm.
like talking about Angela, we're talking about Angela, and then we're talking about Angela. But like, how does Angela think she's gonna get to the end of this game? Like, how does this work
Magic.
for her? She's literally gonna be away from her family all of these days now, and they're gonna have 90 days of not doing their chores, 90 days of not paying the bills. Like, it's so funny every time she does a message of like, now's about the time where, oh yeah, get the kids school supplies. I know it wasn't that egregious
Yeah,
this
yeah.
time, but it's like she has to know that her kids are starting another year of school, and like hopefully she did all the stuff that need like obviously men can be fathers too, but I like joking that she was doing that of like, make sure you pet the dog, of that kind of helicopter parent.
Yeah.
um Chelsea, she gonna win HOH tonight, or who do you think goes for it?
I hope we get Rubina to go for it because you said earlier at the top of the episode that she was gonna stay over either of the guys, but I feel like she would have been the easier vote against the two guys to leave. So I feel like
Right.
she's in hot water.
So
Like every week she doesn't win.
Rubina's in a must-win situation. Interesting.
Well,
Because I
because
don't.
she was attached to Tucker, but I guess if she has more inroads, at least just the episodes aren't showing us like more of her inroads. Again, we had a confessional from her today, like or Wednesday, like I'm probably on the block because of my closest to Tucker. And
Right.
it's like, what are your other relationships? And we're not seeing what they are.
And like, I think Rubina deserved jury. I think Chemo deserved jury. So I am kind of glad of how this all shook out. But
Joseph
like,
did not deserve jury.
no. 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 But it is kind of like, I think we said this last time too, of like, I'm ready for someone to like, this is the defining HOH coming up. I think we said that last week because we thought it, we hoped, we wanted somebody other than Quinn. But it does feel like Leah has the game in her mind now of like, she's going to be playing hard for this next month. And like, there's only a month left. That's what I think is crazy of like, even though we're halfway, like there's going to be a double eviction soon. There's going to be like the 5, the 4, and the 3 are all at the very end very quickly. So there's like, whoever plays extremely well over the next 2 weeks, I don't know if that's like, well, this is so obvious. Like, but like, I think the 9 to 6 range is like, this is where I would be trying hardest to win competitions. Nobody should be throwing anything at this point because you can get backdoored very easily. Like, I'm almost assuming someone will get backdoored here. And 6 girls and 3 guys, there could be the layer of like, who doesn't like Quinn? Can we not give him the chance? Then 3 people don't play veto. That's perfect. Let's get rid of, if we're in a girls alliance and we're finally like, this makes sense, girls. Because there's at least 4 of those girls that should be like, I'm down to do the guys alliance. Like, I don't care about Quinn. Chemo's not my final 2 partner. And I don't talk to Cam really either. Like, I guess each one of those guys has at least 2 of those girls that really do. But like, Rubina should be like, all girls alliance? Let's go. Let's get Cam and Quinn first.
Yes. Anything else from you, Blake?
I don't know. Sorry about only doing half an episode here because Ant City. I do think there was a lot of excitement about Survivor yesterday.
Yeah.
But like, this is like the perfect season to go toe to toe with it because we still like, that was a fantastic week of Big Brother. Of 7 times 4 people have been nominated, 7 vetoes used. Like even they had like Julie Chen hyping it up in an Instagram where like, it does feel like they know they have a good season. Like, let's get through these next 3 weeks without screwing something up or having something boring happen. And this will probably be one of the top 2 de facto seasons of the last 10 years.
Yeah. So even though we're hyping up Survivor, go watch the cast assessment if you haven't watched the cast assessment already. But stick around for our Big Brother content because it will still be coming while Survivor is going on.
Whether anyone posts in the chat or not. Poor chat.
Alrighty, everyone. We will see you on Monday with another episode of Big Brother. Yay!